up, though? Can y'all hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me right now. What's up with y'all? Ooh, they worked the shit out of me at work today, man. Damn, that's why it took me a little bit longer than normal, so I apologize about that. But they worked the dog piss out of me today. For real. And I got a low key headache, but the show must go on. So I'm gonna make it happen. Woo! Get a stretch. Damn. What up with everybody though? You know what I'm saying? Let me give me a shout out to everybody out here. What up, T Smooth TV, Carson Smith, Eastside Harold. What up with you, dog? Stephen Roscoe, Sheila Neal. Oh, Sheila. Stephen Arthur. I'm about to make you a moderator, Sheila. You about to be one. KMT. What up with your big dog? Charlie Bridges, my new dog in the house. What up with your the lunatic? I see you, big dog. Devin Hill, Adrian Matthews. Let's keep it going, main purpose. What's up with you, man? We're gonna talk some D.Law talk today, man. And the reason why I want to talk about some D.Law talk, I'm just getting tired of people talking shit about him. Real talk. I'm basically tired of the talk. I'm basically tired of people talking shit about him now. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know if I was talking shit about him, but I was definitely talking the noise about D-Law when he was going into his contract year, his extension year, and first 3 years in the league, he had a total of 9 sacks. Um, and we'll talk about the injury history, and that's probably the reason why he had the not as many sacks as he had in the first 3 years. But I remember when he was going into his contract year, when we first started Silver and Blue Nation, he was in the media talking. You know what? I'm a 10 sack guy. I'm a 10 sack guy. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a 10 sack guy. And in my head, I was like, nah, you ain't no 10 sack guy, because the first 3 years you got 9 sacks in 3 years, eight. He didn't get none in his rookie year. He got two in the playoffs. His second year, he got 8 in the second half of the season. The third year, he only got one, but those were that was strictly an injury plagued year. But he kept on saying he was a 10 sack guy. So you know what? I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear no more talk about it. D-Law, go out there and show it. But D-Law has always been a guy that's talked to talk. He's always been a guy that talks. So I didn't want to hear it. I was like, I just want to see you do your thing, because I liked y'all. Like when they drafted you at a Boise State, when they moved up to draft in the second round, I was geeked. I was like, yeah, we got a guy right here. So I was a little doubtful. It's 9 sacks in 3 years. I'm thinking, are you a bust? I know injuries hurt it, but I'm thinking, are you a bust? And then he came out like gangbusters. Usually they do when it's a contract year. 14 and a half sacks. Follows it up with the 10 sack season, and then the next year when he gets Richie rich, he got 6 sacks, and then that's when all the naysayers come out. You know, it's funny. It's funny, man. Um, Guys get a contract, and the first thing people want to say is, "Oh yeah, he got fat. He ain't working hard. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. Oh, D-Law this and D-Law that." Man, dog, that's not true. It's not true. I mean, I watched the tape on D-Law. Went through this season. I watched him, and it's real talk. Hella double teams, and y'all got to understand. Let me go to something right here. Let me show you something right quick, because this has plagued him really his whole career. This is what I feel really stopped him from getting more sacks in his first, maybe even his second and even third year. This right here, this has been the key. Check this out. Oh, Eastside Harold, shut the hell up. There ain't no damn fluke seasons. He right behind your boy J.J. Watt, right? And your boy J.J. Watt, we know how good J.J. Watt is. J.J. Watt's a beast, and he's right under, and I'm going to show it. So, Eastside Harold, be quiet. That's what hurt him right there. Injury history from D-Law. 2014 rookie year, broken foot. We saw what happened. I was excited. My enthusiasm went away when I saw the broken foot. 2015 back surgery. 2016 back surgery. 2018 tore labrum, and he played with it a little bit toward the last year as well, just recovering from it. But first of all, the two things that you want to look at right there: 2015 back surgery and 2016 back surgery. First of all, the thing that I've been talking about with Tyron Smith is, guess what? Your back don't get better. It just gets worse. And if you're an offensive lineman and you're taking the stress of going against a defensive lineman, he's pressing against you, how does that back get better? And if you're a defensive lineman, I think it's worse, Because if you're a defensive lineman and you have a bad back, when you're turning underneath him and twerking your body like that, that doesn't mess your back up even more. So the fact that he had two back surgeries, not one, two back surgeries, and he's come along like this, that's amazing. Because once you get a bad back, that'll never go away, and that takes away from your ability to produce in the NFL. So we got to look at a lot of these injuries that D-Law. And I don't make no excuses for him, but even in that 2016 season, when he got one sack in the 2016 season, they told him at the beginning of this, well, it was kind of like the third or fourth game of the season, the Cowboys were telling him, yo, just sit out, just go ahead and take this surgery and go ahead and sit out. D-Law chose to keep on playing because he didn't want to let his teammates down. So y'all don't be hearing all that. Y'all just hear that, he had the back injury or he got hurt and this and this and this. But he continued to play. He could have opted for back surgery in 2016 really early. He could have got that done, taken care of. But he wanted to play through it. He wanted to fight as long as he can to make it good for the team. He didn't want to sit out. He wanted to bang and ball for his team. And that's when I was telling y'all about being an emotional leader. That's what he is. He's an emotional leader. And that's what you need in the locker room. A lot of people be talking all this trash about, oh, we don't want to hear D-Law talking trash and running his mouth, hot boys this, hot boys that. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I don't care anything about that hot boy shit. I don't care nothing about that. That didn't mean anything to me at all. None of that hot boy stuff meant anything to me. But what did mean to me is that he is still the emotional leader on this team, no matter what you say. People follow D-Law. I follow D-Law. You can't tell me you don't follow D-Law. I ain't throw away the hot boy shit. The man comes to play every single game. I'm gonna show you a couple clips on some tape, but the man comes to play every single game. No matter what you say, no matter what you hate, and the only reason why you're hating on D-Law is because he had 6 sacks, not 5. He had 6. I got the stats. He had 6 sacks. That's the only reason why you're talking shit about him. Okay, for real, you can't really say nothing about him, dog. He takes double teams. You gotta understand. I was watching the Giants game, the first game of the year. When I was watching the Giants game, the first game of the year, D-Law was getting that backfield, Okay, he had 3 pressures, had 2 would-be sacks. He had a sack in that game against Eli, but he had 2 other sacks he should have had. But Eli just got it off, threw one in the dirt, and the other one he did complete it, but it was because it was a short tight end route, little sluggo route. He threw it out quickly, but D-Law was there for the sack. But you need to understand, I was watching that first quarter. D-Law was killing that tackle. So you know what they did? They started moving the tight end over, okay, to start chipping him. And then they started moving Saquon Barkley over, and they started when he went into that offensive lineman, Saquon Barkley was there to help block. So you got to understand, first quarter, second quarter, when D-Law is in there wreaking havoc, then they talk about adjustments. That's what an offensive team does. They scheme and they say, you know what? He's killing us. We got to start bringing a tight end over here. We need to start chipping him with a running back. That's what happens with good players. That's why you saw the single coverage with a Robert Quinn. That's why when you seen him do stunts and Malik Collins or Tyrone Crawford is getting sacks, because D-Law is sacrificing a lot of his self for the betterment of the team. And when he starts getting in that backfield a couple times, that offensive coordinator starts rolling guys over his way so he doesn't start creating havoc in that backfield. And a lot of people don't see that, man. And I don't want to keep hearing this shit about how D-Law fell off and how he sucks and how he all of a sudden he got fat because all of a sudden he got that big contract. That ain't true. What up, 43 Flex 4 Perrier? What up with you? What up, Derek Clegg, the lunatic? All that good stuff, man. So I want to show you some stats right here. Let's get on here. I'm gonna show it. Is Eastside still in the house? Because I want to show him something. All right, so everybody talking about D-Law fell the hell off. Donation, donation, donation. Don't be up in here not trying to pop off them donations now. You know we donation for the nation up in here. You don't like that? Go on. But look at this right here. So if D-Law is so trashy, I see some good guys in front of him. Nick Bosa, Zadarius Smith had a really good season. Carlos Dunlap, he's a player at Cincinnati. If you don't know about him, he's a damn good player. We know about Joey Bosa. Eric Armstead, Daniel Hunter from Minnesota, who's the truth. Justin Houston, who's been a beast in the league. There go your boy J.J. Watt, Eastside Hurl. You know what I'm saying? Cameron Jordan, Myles Garrett, and D-Law. Where are we talking about D-Law? And I'm not just a PFF guy, but stats are real. Stats are real. That's why they take them. That's why they do this stuff. You don't live off of them, but they are real. And also, let's go and look at these snaps, man. Look at those snaps right there. 668. You see some of these other top dogs. Cameron Jordan, who's just barely above him, 2 spots ahead of him, 950 snaps. Khalil Mack, 925 snaps. Chandler Jones, 1,000 snaps. This is a guy who's coming off a torn labrum pretty much the last 2 years. Doesn't have these snaps like a Eric Armstead, a Joey Bosa, Carlos Dunlap, Nick Bosa. These guys are getting way more snaps than him because they had to regulate D-Law's time because of injury. And D-Law still banging, man. What are you talking about? D-Law fell the hell off and he's not good and he got fat because he got his contract, man. That's a lie. It's not true. And people who keep on saying D-Law's not good, you don't watch tape. Because as I said, that man starts wrecking shop in the very first 2 quarters. Now, I'm not saying he had great games all season. He had some uneven games, what I'm going to show you right here. But at the end of the day, you can't keep on saying D-Law's trash. Oh, D-Law fell off. He got a big fat contract and he fell the hell off. No, that's just not true, man. It's just not true. And I'm going to show you some other stuff to show that too. Those are for everybody, KMT. That's for the top defensive lineman in the league right now. And I showed you these stats last week, and I'm going to show you some more right here. Were we sitting there saying D-Law's trash? Yeah, you right, Derek. I feel you. You right. But what are we saying D-Law's trash? He only had really one bad year, and that was 2016, and that's when he had the back surgery. He had the tore up back. But if you look at D-Law, those first 2 years were injury plagued years. Okay? When he's had a pretty relatively healthy time, look at the stats the last 3 years, and he's been relatively healthy during that period of time. Where are you saying he's a bum and he fell the hell off? Yeah, right. Watch some tape. Go watch. Don't watch it just because on Sunday and say, oh, D-Law didn't get no damn sacks this game. He's trash. Liar. You're a liar. You don't watch the tape. He's not trash. You get what I'm saying? He is not trash. And then you got to look at, hey, ho, look at my dog, Young Wilson, starting off with a 9.99 holla. James, let's go. Thanks for the late night hype shows with Law and Skywalker. Thank you so much for all the hard work. Aloha, bro. Much respect to everyone. I appreciate you, Young Wilson. I've been waiting where you have been at. I've been missing you, Young. So I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for that donation. Let's get them all popping in here because I got bills up in this bitch. So let's go here. These are his game by game stats, and those are going to pull up right here. I ain't pulling up no damn JJ Watt. This is a Cowboy show, not no damn Texan show. So I'll be damning off if I'm pulling up some damn dumbass JJ Watt stats. Okay, I'm not doing it. But I give JJ Watt his props. Ain't nobody pulling that shit up. But let's look right here. I want you to look. Hey, ho, there go my guy Floyd Purdy. I was waiting for you, Big Floyd. What up with you, big dog? Late night high. That's awesome. You know how it is. And we got another great guest Sunday, and I'll tell you about that when the show is over. But look at it right here. I get it. So there's a few games where he didn't have the greatest, but look right here. Hurries and pressures because you're not getting sacks every single game, okay? But pressures and hurries mean just as much, okay? And as I was telling you in that New York Giants game, he had 1 sack in that game, 4 total tackles, but he had 2 hurries. Those 2 hurries should have been sacks. Eli just threw the ball away because D-Law was right there. So when everybody's talking about, oh, D-Law ain't getting 10 sacks, oh, he ain't getting 15 sacks, oh, he done fell the hell off. No, he ain't. If you look at these hurries and pressures, hurries are saying that you're right there and the dude has just got the ball away. People don't see that. When that guy's just throwing the ball away or throwing an incomplete pass or throwing a quick dump off and he didn't want to do it, it's because those are pressures and those are hurries. The dude is in that backfield and he's about to make the sack. So what they don't want to do, they don't want to get sacked. And how many times have we seen an Eli Manning who kind of knows the Cowboys? He knows to get the ball out quick because he knows they're going to be in the backfield. But look at that. I know 6 sacks. Don't talk shit to me. But two, three, 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 one, two, four. Hurries. You feel me? And just like Floyd says, J.J. Watt's been hella hurt. But guess what? He's still doing his thing. So when you see these hurries right here, look at those hurries. 4, 5 against Buffalo. Yeah, it didn't have the greatest tackling game. A little bit missed tackles right there. 5 hurries. 4 hurries in Detroit. 4 hurries. You get what I'm saying? Those hurries and pressures affect the game, folks. It's not a situation where, oh, well, he didn't get a sack but he pressured the ball. Sometimes that doesn't go in the box score. That hurry though, that makes an incomplete pass. If it's a 3rd down and 7 and D-Law just pressured this quarterback and he got the ball quickly and the ball went in the ground and they're punting, well, guess what? That is a big difference. But nobody sees that. Nobody sees those hurries and those pressures. All they see is sacks. The game is more than sacks for a defensive end position. Defensive end, usually when you're playing on that left side, you're playing more of the setting the edge. Usually the right defensive end is more of your pass rushing defensive end. That is your guy that's really going after the ball. Usually when you got the guy on the left side, which it's no slight because left defensive ends are nice too, but usually when you have a left defensive end, he's holding the point of attack. He is setting edge. He is a better run defender than your right defensive end. Because think about it. Robert Quinn tore up last year, right? Robert Quinn had 11 sacks last year. You're not going to say why he probably had 11 sacks? Yeah, I'm going to tell you why he probably had 11 sacks. Number one, he's damn good. And number two, you got D-Law on the opposite side taking up double teams, taking on stunts. When he does a stunt, he's taking on a double team and he's freeing somebody else. So he's sacrificing a lot of his play for the betterment of the team. And how many times have we seen a guy run outside the box? D-Law's on the other side of the field and chasing him and running him down. I don't want to hear that shit anymore about D-Law is trash and he's not a good player. And just because he got that contract, he fell the hell off. Yeah, I didn't want to hear the hot boy stuff because it's stupid in my opinion. I just think that's a corny ass name. But if it was something for them to identify and live up to, I'm cool with that. And I don't mind D-Law talking trash, okay? Because when you talk trash, you're putting a bullseye on your back. Okay. Some guys don't talk the trash. Okay. Some guys don't talk that trash. You know why? Because they don't want it coming back on them. I will give D-Law props because he puts himself out there. He talks that shit. He talks it every week and he says what we're going to do. And I respect that in the fact of he's putting himself out there because if he don't meet up to it, guess who's got to come to the microphone and deal with that? D-Law. You get what I'm saying? So I don't mind that trash talk. I don't mind getting everybody in that locker room getting up and getting going. If you play defense and you're a emotional leader, you're gonna be quiet. That's what I mean. Look at all the greats that have been out there. Um, Lawrence Taylor's, the Derek Thomases, all these guys out there were talking shit on that field, dog. Okay, so I'm not mad at D-Law talking that trash because I believe he walks the walk. Okay, and when you had injuries most of your career, that hurts you. It's real talk. It ain't no fake stuff. But let me show you a couple of things right here. And let me show you a couple other things. And I was also telling you about what I was also saying is Mike Nolan. I think I brought this up on I think when I posted the page, and I was talking about Mike Nolan. And one of the things that I like about Mike Nolan, you even heard with D-Law, he talked to DeMarcus Lawrence about possibly standing up. So that tells you that there could be a transition to a 3-4, maybe not this year, but there will maybe be some 3-4 principles of standing up. And I was watching a video with Bosh Lombardi. Shout out to Bosh Lombardi. I was watching this video on Mike Nolan's defenses. Number one, we had Anthony Wright on the show last week, and Anthony Wright played with the Ravens 2002, 2003, and 2004. Mike Nolan was the defensive coordinator during that period of time right after Marvin Lewis left. Now, obviously, you still have the great talent, so talent is going to make your defense better. But at the end of the day, I was listening to Anthony Wright, and what was he telling me? He was telling me, guess what? Mike Nolan was our defensive coordinator, and that dude we had hell in practice. You never could get a beat on what he was doing. He was always sending different kind of things, so he could always keep you tripped up and keep you on unbalanced. And when he came to Dallas, that's the exact same thing he said. He said, we don't want the quarterback to get any kind of beat on what we're doing. We're going to be a 4-3 principle, but you might see 3-4, might see cover one. You're going to see a whole bunch of things because we don't want the defense to get a beat on us. So that's what gets you excited because now you got a guy like D.Law who's been pretty much with that Ron Marinelli scheme, and it's been either on the left side or on the right side. And we pretty much always know what you're going to do. You're either going to slant or you're going to rush outside. Now you have a guy like Mike Nolan who's saying, you know what? I'm going to put you in different positions, D-Law. I might stand you up because think about it. When you watch that video with Vash Lombardi, and it's a great video, one of the things that stood out to me was rush guys. Usually when you see with the Cowboys, they're putting their hand in the dirt. They're putting their hand in the dirt. Where you see a lot of where Mike Nolan rolls with, he'll put the hand in the dirt, but he has also his guys that are rush ends that stand up. Okay, and I think that's where you might see D-Law a little bit different, where he's standing up. You might see D-Law moved around some more, so you can't get a beat on him, giving him favorable and matchups so he can go ahead and make plays. And I'm not saying Ron Marinelli didn't do that, but I think the scheme was so basic as far as you fought for just go get the quarterback because I listened to Taco Charlton right before he left. He said they told us we ain't trying to stop the run all like we're trying to get to the quarterback. We're rushing, we're rushing, we're rushing. So when you see some of that, okay, and you don't see the other thing where it's basic, that's where it gets me a little bit more excited with Mike Nolan because now it's not going to be a scheme where the offense is going to look at it like we know what the hell this is. We know where D-Law is going. We know where this guy's going, and we're going to kill this defense all the way down the field. That bend don't break mentality is whack. And I believe that Mike Nolan's going to have more of an aggressive approach, and I believe that's going to help D-Law in the long run. Now, one other thing that the Cowboys, hey ho, what's up with you, Nicholas Mills with the $2 holla? I ain't even been screaming my hollers. Let me scream my hollers right quick. Young Wilson with another 199 holla. Floyd Puryear with the $2 holla. Come on, man, keep them going, dog. Let's not stop. Yeah, I definitely think KMT they're going to turn into a hybrid. If you listen to, I still think they're going to have the 4-3 down principles, but they are going to be a more of a hybrid defense. You heard what even Mike McCarthy said that we want to have like that designated pass rusher. When you heard Stephen Jones saying they were excited because they didn't have that in Dallas, they didn't have that guy that stand up in who was a designated pass rusher. They had guys that this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to play, and we don't care what else you're going to do. Now you're coming to a guy that's bringing in a system saying, you know what, we want to show variable, we want to show different schemes. We don't want the offense to get a beat on what we're doing, and we're going to have a designated type rush guy. And honestly, when you see a Bradley Anae, you see a Bradley and Nye get drafted in the first round, fifth round, I think that's what they're talking about. Because if you look at Bradley and Nye's tape, he did a lot of standing up. He's a versatile rush in. Alden Smith, Randy Gregory. I'm not saying Jalen Jackson is going to come in and do anything, but guys that can be versatile and be a stand-up type rusher. And I think that's what you're going to see more incorporated with the Cowboy scheme. You're going to see a lot more guys standing up on the ends. You know, you got your one tech, you got your three, you got your fives, but I think they're going to slide out more, and you're going to see a D-Law standing up more. You might see other guys standing up more because it's going to show you different looks because they don't want that offense to know what they're doing, and they want to confuse and attack and be aggressive. And that I think is going to help D-Law, and it's going to further his career. But I'm going to say my but, and I want to show you this too. Cowboys got the track. They covered the tracks when you look at the contract, and I'm going to show you this right here because guess what? I think this is a critical year for D-Law because number one, he's 28 years old. Okay, 28 years old, he ain't getting younger. He just signed the massive contract, but we know about these contracts in the NFL. They'll cut your ass in a minute, right? So look at this right here. This is a critical year for D-Law for real, because this is a new staff. Let's say D-Law comes out, let's say this gets 5 sacks. Well, that may lean toward, okay, the Cowboys looking to move on and drafting another defensive end next year and then start the process of possibly moving on because these guys aren't getting younger. So I want to show you this, what the Cowboys did. What they did in a lot of these contracts is they did an out, and that out is right here. So if D-Law does fall off, if D-Law does fall off, or are they saying, you know what, you ain't that same guy, They protected themselves. And you see where that out is when he's 30 years old. Okay? You see that out right there? Potential out 2020, 30. Look at that dead cap. See, 2020, it's only going to hit them with the 10 million on the deck, not only, but you see the difference from 2021, 32 million on dead cap. The next year, if they did their out on 2022 when he's 30 years old, they're going to have a couple years to be able to see what D-Law is doing. That's why they kind of did that contract, because you know these guys, when they get 29, 30 years old, they're looking to replace you. And if you're not playing at a high level at that age, they're going to cut your ass or they're going to get rid of you. So Dallas already put a potential out in 2020 when he turned 30 years old. So they're going to be monitoring, my opinion, very closely these next 2 years under this new staff. And if he doesn't, let's say, elevate in their opinion as far as maybe the sacks, then that's where you could see the potential of moving on from D-Law, because that's the way it is in the NFL. Now I want to show you a couple other things. Let's show some D-Law highlights right quick. I'm gonna show a couple plays that I really like. I ain't gonna show you a lot, but I'm gonna show you a couple plays I really like. And this fool is nasty with that hand placement, dog. That dude is nasty with the hand placement. I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna show him against the Eagles. That's what I love. I'm showing him against these damn Eagles and that damn Carson Wentz. You're gonna get and that Lane Johnson, whatever, always be talking all that trash. You feel me? Talking all that trash. Watch this damn move right here. What he do to Lane damn Johnson, man? Now, let me show you how nasty D.Law. Now, you know that beef with him and Lane Johnson was talking all that trash. Uh, uh. Let me play this right quick. Watch this move. Let me go a little further. You see that right there? See that? See that jab move with that foot? Oh, he got Lane Johnson slipping over to that left, slipping over to that left. See that? I love that. See how I got him slipping right there? You know what I'm saying? And then watch this. Look at that. Look at that hand, man. What? Y'all trying to say my dog is whack? Look at that hand. Watch this. Watch that. Get off. This fool got one of the best hand fighting, hand technique in the league. I don't give a hell what you tell me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a hell what. Look at that shit. That shit is beautiful. Get off me. Now watch the effort though. Watch the effort though. Watch the effort though. Y'all want to talk about D-Law playing around, wooty wooty woo. Watch that effort though. Watch that effort though. That man, look at that effort. Man, shut the hell up about my dog. Look at that effort. Fighting for that ball. You feel me? That's a monster right there, dog. That's a monster right there. Don't tell me no other thing, man. Don't tell me no other thing. Did you see that? First of all, did you see that hand fighting placement? Did you see what he does? That dude, that's what he does all the time, man. Killing these fools with them hand chops, them hand placement. He's not the supreme athlete. Some of these other guys, he's not that super bendy guy. But where D-Law kills you is strength, the knowledge of the game. His hand placement is ridiculous, and they be killing these guys. I'm gonna show you another play right here that got me all excited too, man. Got me dumb excited right here. I know it's the Giants. I know it's the damn Giants. I don't give a hell. But watch how he sets this fool up. Hey, oh, Floyd Perrier with another $5 holla. Yeah, Anand, he's gonna be nasty as a rotational guy. You feel me? He's gonna be the guy, and I just talked about it. He's gonna be the guy that you're sitting there thinking, damn, Anand got 5 sacks this year, and because he's just gonna be coming in on like a third down, or just straight rusher, and you're not gonna be thinking about Anand when he's rushing on third down. You ain't gonna be thinking about him, but you better watch his ass because he's gonna be on you. All right, so let me see right here. Got another one right here. Watch how he sets this dude up, sets this fool up. Let me set this fool up. Kill him, D-Law, with this setup move, with that hard jab. Watch how he's setting him up. This offensive lineman think he about to. This offensive lineman think he about to eat. This offensive lineman think he about to put these hands on him. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, kung fu handling, Steve. This dude right here think he about this life right here. Watch what D-Law doing. I'm just let that shit roll in slow motion. Just watch what this boy D-Law do to this fool. Look at this. Watch how he kill him. Look at that. Inside. Oh, he slipped you. Look at that hand. He kept. See, look. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Let me rewind it. I want you to see how he jabbed him with that head. Gave him with that head fake like basketball. Gave him that quick head fake. And after he gave him the, then he comes hard inside, and then watch his arm come underneath him, so he locks him, so you can't get a hold of him, and he's going right to the beat of that quarterback. Watch that shit again, man. And I'll just show it in slow motion when he comes underneath here. Watch it. Just watch it right here. Watch how it comes up. Watch that hand. See that hand? See that arm come under? That arm come underneath there? He got him. He got him beat. And he's killing him all the time with that hand underneath, hand chop, cross block. He trained with my guy Brandon Tucker. He was already good, but he got with my guy Brandon Tucker, who's a freaking monster, who's trading Alden Smith and Randy Gregory as we speak. My dog. Make sure you check out that interview. I'm gonna have that interview when he got with Randy Gregory. But look at that, man. That shit is beautiful right there, dog. What? And then come underneath him. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. You getting swole, Daniel Jones. Who? Daniel Jones? Who? You getting swole, bruh. That's beautiful right there. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And we gonna sit there and say D-Law fell off? You gonna see D-Law doesn't give max effort? What one person have you ever said or heard anything? What one person have you heard anything saying D-Law don't go hard every single play? Huh? I ain't heard nobody in the locker room, not one person ever doubt D-Law's effort, desire, heart, leadership. And that 6 sacks, okay, we get it. But he came from a torn labrum. He waited forever to get that surgery, which, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if you had a torn labrum for almost damn near 2 years, does any of y'all play with a torn labrum? I'm just curious. Huh? I'm just curious if any of y'all played with a torn labrum in your body. I'm just curious about that. Because if you ain't played no torn labrum in your body, okay, you don't know what that's like. And so then if you sit there and say, well, torn labrum, I just lost my train of thought, so let me bring it back. But you had a torn labrum for 2 damn years. You get it rehab. I was at training camp. He was on the side of the training camp the whole time. No pads, no nothing, no anything. When you go into a situation where, if you go in a situation where you haven't had any kind of damn training camp, okay? You haven't had no kind of training camp. You haven't had any kind of work. All of a sudden just gonna come in there and be like gangbusters, and you ain't had no practice, no training camp, no nothing, and then all of a sudden you're gonna come in week one and just start destroying things. That don't happen, and he still got to sack that damn game and have 4 tackles. Not no training camp, no preseason games. Dog, you playing the NFL, you need that work. You doing chords and all that other stuff, that's not that real work. And so for you to come off of basically having no camp, no preseason, and playing like you did, you still had good numbers across the board, except the sack totals. You showed Khalil Mack. I showed you Khalil Mack, and I showed you Von Miller. They're both below D-Law, and they're both making just as much, if not more, than him. And they played more snaps than him, and he's still rated higher above them. So please back off my dog D-Law for real. Now I'm gonna listen a little bit. Y'all got to say, then I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I got a headache. So let's talk. Let me see what y'all got to say. Talk to me, y'all. And one other thing, I apologize. I know everybody and their mama got They got the call in line. I do. I do. It says I ain't that technological guy. And I just been having issues. I want y'all to call in, so don't think I don't want y'all to call in. Don't think I'm afraid of that smoke from any of y'all, especially you, Eastside Harold. I want that smoke because you ain't got no smoke for me, dog. But I ain't scared of no smoke from nobody. But I need to get all my Cowboys fans on the active line so I can hear y'all. So I apologize about that. I just been, I just ain't that techie guy. But I'm gonna get it together, and you will be able to call in, and I apologize for that. But we're definitely gonna get it on and get it in. And I definitely want Eastside Harold because we've already talked on the phone. Because me and him talk outside of here. We've already talked on the phone, and I am not scared of any damn smoke that you got to give. You hear me? So let's talk. What are y'all thoughts on D-Law? I'm gonna ask y'all right now. What are y'all thoughts on D-Law? Do you think he's overrated? Yeah, right. I'ma smash it, dog. And when I get that line in, I'ma smash it, dog. I'ma smash it, East Side. When I get my line in, I'ma have you call in. I'ma smash it, dog. I'ma kill you with stats and facts and all that. The only thing you're gonna be able to live on is that you maybe beat us a couple times, but y'all ain't did jack poop. What up, KMT? Talk to me, dog. I'm waiting for you. Instead of Clowney, I'd rather get Everson Griffin. I like him better. Go ahead, KMT. It's all about y'all right now. What y'all think about D-Law? Jim Law, you funny as hell. Hey, I tried. My thing is like this. You can't just look at. Yeah, I see. Here's the thing. I'm not hating on the Clowney. I'm not hating on the Clowney thing. I'm not hating on Clowney, but I just like Everson Griffin more. I think he's more of an all around player. But if they were to go out there and get Clowney, that'd be great. But I just feel like they're settled where they got. I think they went out there and got Alden Smith for a reason. I feel like once they grabbed Alden Smith, I feel like that pushed them away from Everson Griffin. I feel like that pushed them away from Clowney because I felt like they were thinking, even though he was 4 years away, he's not going to cost a lot of money. Let's do it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't see them making a move like that now because I feel like if they would have made that move, they would have already have made that move, in my opinion, to get another guy. So I think they're settled with the roster, in my opinion. And I definitely think D-Law will be back to having a 10 sack season. He said he's a 10 sack guy. Exactly, Jim Law. You know what? It's really haters that say um, D-Law is whack because you can't back that up. What you say, the only thing that you can say anything against D-Law is that he had 6 sacks. Just think about it. If you didn't mention the sacks with D-Law, you'd have said he had a damn good season. Yes, you would have. Oh, stop it! Someone else talking about something. Yeah, Eastside, we know you a fan. I love you for it. You know what I'm saying? But how I asked some people. I think KMT is the only one that asked me answer me. What are y'all thoughts on D-Law right now? I want to hear y'all talk to me in the feed. What are your thoughts on D-Law and what kind of season do you think he has under Mike Nolan and the new regime? Don't just blow it up because you're a Cowboys fan. Keep it real with me, dog. Keep it real with me. What kind of season? Yes, I am going to camp. I will be at camp. If they let us in, I'm gonna be at camp. That's a guarantee. I'm gonna be at camp. So if they let us in, I will be at training camp, especially with it being in Texas. Now, I was definitely going to be there in California. I'm kind of sad that it isn't because I've been in California the last 2 years for training camp. But I'm definitely going to be there if they allow us in the building. I'm for sure going to be there in camp for at least a week, and I'm going to get y'all that banging ass coverage. You know how I do. Tell me your thoughts on D-Law though. What y'all feeling about D-Law? Does he turn up this year under Mike Nolan? Does he turn up this year under the new defensive staff? What are your thoughts? The lunatic tells me D-Law will lead us in sacks and QB pressures. I feel you. KMT says over under 10.5 sacks. I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say he gets 10.5. I'm gonna say it. Ninja Nuts over. Steven Roscoe, is that a fire for over? Yes. Well, who else we in? We got 40 some people and 50 some people in here. And I'm only getting a few messages. Floor Perrier says D-Law is going to have a big and better. Yes, because he got a good supporting cast. Ninja Nuts saying 12 sacks. Ooh, that's not out of the ordinary because you're gonna have other guys. T Smooth TV says he will have a better year. I think a lot of people are saying right now he's still going to be good. Roger Tharps, 11 and a half. I'm thinking he's going to get between that 9 and 11 sack season, in my opinion. I think sacks are going to be more spread out this season, and you're not going to have a hoarding of sacks with one particular player because I believe the defense is going to be a lot more versatile and not going to be as basic as it was last year. And it's going to be a lot more disguised. I think you're going to see a lot more blitzing. You're going to see a lot more press coverage. You're going to see a lot more aggressiveness in that nature. 4-2-5s, cover ones, 3-3-5s. You're going to see those type of defenses where you probably didn't see the defenses like that in years past. I mean, I remember when they had Rob Ryan on the team. He was the defense coordinator. Now, we didn't have the best defenses, but I will telling you that I did love Rob Ryan for the one fact I loved about Rob Ryan was that he was aggressive all the damn time. Did it hurt? Yes. Um, but I like the aggressiveness. Sometimes you're going to give up plays. Sometimes you're going to give up some chunk yards. Sometimes it's going to happen. But I like sacks. I like turnovers. I like pressure. And when you're aggressive, that's when it happens. And I think Cheeto will improve too. And I think Cheeto may get another deal. And I think he's going to be better under that scheme. I think Al Harris is going to really make Cheeto better. Let's hopefully we're playing with the lead because we've talked about that time and time again. What's up, Texas Bread? What's up with you, dog? But I think one of the things that's going to stand out to me is you won't have a hoarding section. I think they'll all be spread out. But just like the lunatic says, more passes from opposing teams. I think one of the things that we talked about that really hurt the Cowboys was those long ass drives from these opposing teams. Dallas couldn't get a three and out to save their lives last year. It seemed like Dallas, when every time Dallas needed a big play, they couldn't make it. And I think that's what's going to be a bigger difference, in my opinion. They're going to get these guys off the field, not these 12, 13 play drives. Because think about it, when you have a 12 or 13 play, 8, 9 play drive, that's taking up a lot of the clock. So when you get the ball, the Cowboys get the ball. Let's say it's 7-0 or 10-0, and it's almost the second quarter is almost over. Now you feel like you have to get out of your game plan. Now you feel like you have to throw the ball and chuck the ball everywhere. That's why Dallas was so good in 2016. It wasn't the damn defense. The defense was regular, but it was that offense that was putting the pressure on the opposing defense. So it made it more opportunistic. So I like to see more of that with that offense, having those that getting them off the field within 3 plays, 4 plays, so you can get the ball back to your offense so they can make plays and score points. All right, so BGJ, and I will check that for you, Charles. BGJ, how do you think these new protests are going to look in NFL 2020? Drama, suspension, locker room divided, player versus owner. Well, to be honest with you, if I'm looking at drama suspensions, I think if you just seen Roger Goodell, you've seen that video I posted on my page where they had Ezekiel Elliott, B Hop, Michael Thomas, all those guys basically saying the NFL needs to, apologize for that. So Roger Goodell came out there and apologized. So I think this George Floyd situation really stirred up a lot of things in this country, maybe more than ever before. I mean, I've seen police brutality. I told you I've been a part of it in my own life. I've seen a lot of things in my life, but this has really shook up a lot of things, especially in the sports field. So for me to think when they were kneeling before, it was such a big deal. People were like not feeling it. The league was not feeling it. It was that type of thing. I think we're not going to have that type of situation this year. I think guys that take the stand and kneel, I think more people will be in tune with it because of what is going on right now. So I don't think there's going to be the drama with that. I definitely don't think locker rooms are divided because one thing I do know, I was in a locker room. I didn't play at the highest level as far as like college and football or things of that nature, but I have played um, ball and I have been in locker rooms. And those locker rooms get more tightly knit. And You might have a may not be seeing eye to eye with somebody else on views, maybe like this, but at the end of the thing, I think guys still become closer with each other, and they don't let the outside noise divide them. So I don't think that is it. It's always gonna be players versus owners, though, always. And I want to see more owners. Where and here's my thought. I want to ask y'all, where's Jerry Jones? He's made the Dallas Cowboys have made statements. The Dallas Cowboys have made statements, but I ain't heard out of Jerry Jones' mouth about this issue. What are y'all thoughts about that? Because I ain't coming at Jerry like he no racist or nothing like that, but he's got a huge voice in the NFL, and he's been really quiet. And I'm really curious about that. Is he quiet because Jerry's always talking in the damn media, right? Now all of a sudden we're hearing publicists from the Cowboys. We're not hearing out of Jerry's mouth. I think that's kind of odd. What are your thoughts about that? What's up, Boo Thing? Curveball. What do I think about the NBA comeback now? KMT. I haven't looked in depthly as far as the teams. As far as I know there's going to be 22 teams. I don't know how they set up the playoff rendition, so I can't speak on that. So I don't want to. I'm just happy the NBA is coming back. Um, Maybe it's not going to be perfect how they're doing it, but how would it be perfect? I mean, this whole COVID thing messed everything up. So the fact that they came back and then quit the season and still trying to figure it out, it's not going to be perfect. People aren't going to like everything that's going on, but the fact that they're coming back and playing, that's good enough for me. And you know what? It is what it is this season because of the interruption. It's not going to be like that next year. You just got to deal with it this year. I'm just happy the NBA is back. Hey, let's get them donations popping. All right, Ninja, are you asking me about the kneeling situation? What do I think? I'm asking. Yeah, he had a no tolerance approach last time, but is he going to have that type of approach this year? I've heard heard from some other owners. Yes, I have. Brian Bradford. Yes, I have. I have heard from some other owners, and they have donated money for the cause, not just Black Lives, but against police brutality. So yes, other owners have stepped up and said anything. And I guess what, Mr. Bradford, I think owners should step up and say something because players shouldn't just be saying something. It's the owners who have all the money. Do the players have all the money or do the owners have all the money, Mr. Bradford? That's what I want to ask you. Okay? That's what I want to ask you. Do the players have the money or do the owners have the money? Okay, so who has the stronger voice? Because who has the most money? If you've seen a whole bunch of owners coming out and saying, we are against this, we don't believe in this, we're going to donate to this, I guarantee you it's going to make a lot more waves. So, yes, I like to hear Jerry say something. And yes, I like to see some donations to this to end this police brutality. So, yes, you feel me, Jim Law? Them donations popping, man. But you know what? My thing is like this. I I don't think everybody's gonna do a situation where they're kneeling all the time. Some people might do it for the fad, but I don't think you're gonna see a whole plethora of players just kneeling every single week. I don't think that's gonna happen. I might be wrong. I don't think that's gonna happen. But just the fact that they're talking about this every single day is headway to me. And I do think owners should step up and say something because they're the ones that are controlling the league. Is that not correct? It's not the players, it's the owners. Steven, yeah, I would love to, but they're not going to do it. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's just my opinion. I don't think that they're going to go out and get a guy like that. Hey, ho. Now, let me ask you something. Floyd with a $2 holler. Now, I'm asking you, Floyd. You said Jerry's silence speaks volumes. What do you mean by that? Do you mean it by that in a good way, it's speaking volumes, or in a bad way, it's speaking volumes? I'm asking you that, Floyd. Yeah, I think Poe and McCoy are going to do good, but I think the rotation of the other players are going to help them. I think when we were listening to Jesse Holly, I think it was him or some other guy, one of the former players, is saying that he doesn't think he's going to see those guys in the rotation all the time. You're going to see the Gallimores, hopefully Tristan Hill if he steps up, or and you're going to see a lot of rotational guys in there. Because you want to keep those guys fresh for the long stretch, and yeah, you got Tyrone Crawford. I think the roster defensive line is going to be tough. I just want to see, Dorrance Armstrong Jr. I want to see if Joe Jackson can step up. It's going to be a lot of good competition. That's the thing I like. Yeah, I think that was a great pickup with Bradley and I. And he's a Demarcus Lawrence fan. He's a huge Demarcus Lawrence fan. And if you really watch Bradley and Nye's tape, Bradley and Nye was an advanced pass rusher. He wasn't a guy that beat you on those measurables. Look at D.Law. When he did his combine, he ran a 4.8 defensive end. Bradley and I ran a 4.9, and once that's one of the reasons why he dropped farther was because they felt, well, he might not be super athletic, but he's a football player. And if you look at D-Law, he's not a super athletic guy, but what is he good at? He's a technician. He's strong, and those are things that Bradley and Nye has as well. So I think you're going to see a real slippery Nye. Like I said, I think you're going to see Bradley and Nye on a lot of pass rushing situations, where he's going to be sneaky coming in on third downs, just straight a rush guy standing up, rushing you. And I think that's where you're going to see a Nye being real sneaky. He's going to be that stand up edge rusher that they're talking about, the designated pass rusher. I think a Nye is going to fit that bill. Gallimore and my guy Skywalker still loves some Gallimore. I like Gallimore. I'm not Gallimore. I like Gallimore. I do. I like him. And I want to see what he's going to do. I think the thing I like about Gallimore than anything was his intensity and his attitude. I watched him in the Senior Bowl. He was wrecking shop in that Senior Bowl. He was killing them guards. He was killing them centers. His first step was quick and he was aggressive. He was blowing up that line. So I like him because of the intensity that he brings. I think that's the biggest thing that he brings to me, his intensity. He was from A1 day one. Let's get this. Let's make this happen. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. And he played at Oklahoma with Gerald McCoy, so Gerald McCoy can put his arm around him and say, "Let me teach you some stuff, son, so you can be even better." So yes, I'm excited about Gallimore. I like Trevin Diggs. And hey, KMT, that jersey's coming soon, dog. Um, but I really Dallas had a good draft. You know what I'm saying? I really like to see what this 2019 draft. I want to see what Connor McGovern. I think we're forgetting about the 2019 draft. We can't throw away the 2019 draft, folks. We can't throw that draft away. We can't just sit there and say, "Oh, it's 2020." We still got to rely a little bit, in my opinion, on that 2019 draft. I, for one, like Connor McGovern. I think that was a great pickup. The more I thought about that pickup, I really like it. And I think McGovern can be a player. I'm praying just by what I've seen. I really want him to take a hold of that guard position. Okay. Um, we already talked about did the Tyron Smith. He's guaranteed to miss you 3 games a year. He's missed 3 straight games for 4 straight seasons, Tyron Smith. So when we're talking about the swing tackle, now I'm telling you, Brandon Knight is good. I don't give a hell what nobody tells me. Brandon Knight is good. He came in that damn Jets game and played very well. He came in that damn Minnesota game and played very well. So I'm not throwing no Brandon Knight away. But if we're talking about like the Connor Williams, okay, me personally, I want Connor McGovern to take the guard spot. I think he's better at that spot. I liked him at Penn State. I know he played center, but I rather him play that guard. I really want McGovern to take over the guard spot. And then you got Joe Looney, who played center. Okay. And let's see what this Tyler Biadish or Tyler Badass can do. He was fourth round. He fell off a little bit his last year because of injuries, but coming from Wisconsin and I seen the Big Ten, those guys are known for offensive linemen. You get what I'm saying? So if you're gonna do that, I want to really say, what's up? Is that Mark Holmes in here? Is that the OG Mark Holmes? Is Mark Holmes in here? What? Oh shit! I done made it. What up, OG Mark Holmes? Hey, what up, OG Mark Holmes? That's the OG. What's up with you, dog? I love you for life. That's the pioneer. I always got to give you salutes because you paved the way, big dog, for me. And I appreciate you. And I'm going to always give you mad respect, Mr. Mark Holmes. And people who hate on you, they shouldn't. I got mad love for you. And I appreciate you paving the way for us guys. So thank you, Mark Holmes. And I appreciate you even being in the feed. Much respect to you, big dog. But one of the things, as I said before, that's exciting for me. Let me see what Steven got. He got. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you, thank you. I take that to heart with you. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. I take that to heart. Um, Stephen Roscoe says, BGJ, what do you think this will mean for Kaepernick? Man, this is crazy to me. How does Colin Kaepernick still not have a job? Let's just throw the damn race away, okay? If 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 Roger Goodell and the NFL have said we're sorry, we messed up, we dropped the ball, then how does Colin Kaepernick not come in and get a job? Come on, y'all. We see these bummy ass quarterbacks getting jobs, okay? Getting jobs. Bummy quarterbacks are getting jobs. I'm not saying Colin Kaepernick now is a world beater, but you can't sit there and tell me Colin Kaepernick right now can come in and still not be better than some of these backups or whatever in this league. That's crazy, and that's crazy in my head. And I don't know what's going to happen, but they need to rectify it. Colin Kaepernick, if he tried out, he had his practice. Bring this man back in and let him play. If you really, in my opinion, in the NFL are truly apologetic and truly saying you want change, then there's no damn reason Colin Kaepernick should not be in the NFL then. There's no reason. If you're saying NFL, we're sorry, then he is one of the people you should come in because what did he do wrong? He took a knee and said a silent protest. He did not do anything disrespectful, and everybody want to jump on that flag shit. And trust me, I'm gonna tell you right now, my feelings on this with that is this. My whole family is military. Okay? What up, King Job? My whole family is military. So I take this to heart. Okay? My father was a military, Air Force, Senior Master Sergeant. My mom was an Army. My son went in the Army. My sister went military. My stepbrothers, my uncles, my whole family is military. You understand? So I take that personal with my family being military like that. So we don't never quote unquote disrespecting no flag, but it ain't about that. And what kills me is how people try to use the flag as you're doing wrong. It's not about the flag, what people keep telling you. It's not about the flag, folks. It's about the injustice. And when they say the flag, a lot of the flag may represent a lot of other things to a lot of other people. Some people might look at the flag and say, salutes, whatever. Some people might look at the flag and say, I don't feel that because of everything that's went on. You can't get mad at that person for having those views because it's been crazy. And I didn't see the disrespect in that, and I just hope it becomes better in the situation. And I was seeing where somebody said Kaepernick wants starter money. Who said that? Yeah, Zachary Nation says we'll see. I just hope they can make a way for him getting in there. Yeah, I hear you, Mark Holmes. That's just a lot of BS, man, for real. Sean Mike says, do you think we'll have three receivers go over 1,000 yards? Why not? You had two guys go over 1,000, and honestly, Randall Cobb should have had 1,000 yard season. He had two touchdowns, I believe, taken back from him. Number one, and he had a few dropsies. Number two, a couple of passes were behind him. But if you look at that overall, he had what 55, 56 catches and still had 880 something yards. Yeah, you can definitely see getting three guys now. It might be a little bit tougher because CeeDee Lamb is a rookie. Randall Cobb is a vested veteran and is proven in this league. So, yeah, you can see why he got those yards. I don't know. It can happen, but we don't know. CeeDee Lamb is a rookie. We know how nasty he was at Oklahoma. But at the end of the day, he's never stepped foot a day in the NFL. And as much as you have the projection of what CeeDee Lamb can do, you haven't seen it. So I'm gonna say it could happen, but I'm gonna kind of bleed the brakes on that, and I'm gonna say about a 7 maybe 800 season like your boy Cobb as of right now, and then kind of exploding and trajecting up after that. So I don't believe he disres. We're just gonna have to, disagree on that one. I don't see where he disrespected the flag, in my opinion. But hey, that's okay. See, here's the thing. Here's the problem, y'all. Here's the problem. Yeah, Cobb had like 5 drops. The problem is, let's say if Zachary, here's a classic case. Zachary says, no, and I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just talking about discussion. Zachary says, you know what? Um, I still feel like he just disrespected the flag, and then I come back and say, no, I don't feel like he did. Okay. Now here's the thing: we can have a good disagreement back and forth without it getting heated and hating each other and calling each other names, and that's the problem. See, I can disagree with you. You can say I think he did, and I can say I think he didn't, and we can have a good back and forth and discussion. But at the end of the day, we all leave from it and don't have the hate. That's the problem. People have disagreements and then hate becomes involved, and then you don't want to talk to the person. That's where it's all wrong. I can disagree with you and you can disagree with me, but at the end of the day, we're still people and we still should show love each other just because we're having disagreements. And that's where we need to get past everything. Okay? We need to get past all that. Okay? I I see a different light than some other people see it because guess what? Like I said, I've dealt with police brutality. Okay, but at the end of the day, we got to come together. We keep on saying it as a nation. We have to come across. We have to come together. And when they're saying Black Lives Matter, it's not a situation where people are like, all lives matter. We all understand all lives matter. All lives do matter. We don't You think police brutality doesn't happen with Spanish or Chinese or white or any other race? Yes, it does. But we're talking about the police brutality that has been prevalent in the black community for a very long time. And so that's where you're hearing the Black Lives Matter. Because for so long, Black lives has not mattered. It's the truth. Whether you believe it or not, you don't have to agree with it. We understand it. But Black lives have not mattered for a long time, y'all. And that's just the truth. And and that's why it's being prevalent. But for sit there and say that all lives don't matter, this is the truth. All lives do matter. And you can agree, just like Floyd says, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we're still family. And that's what should override everything else. Everybody, this world would suck if we all agreed. This world would be trash if we all had the same views. It would be a terrible world. But we don't. We all have different opinions. But just because I don't like what you like and you don't like what I like doesn't mean we still can't be tight and clue and bond and be close. That's the problem, and that's where we have to step up, and that's where we need to take the next step in life. Okay, we have to take the next step in life and say, just because I don't agree with you and you don't agree with me, we never talk to each other again. That's the barrier we have to break, and it's not just with the black community; it's with all communities. Okay, because every community deals with this type of stuff. Real talk. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on a quick tangent. Hey, ho, Nicholas Mills with the $2 holla. I appreciate this. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just a crazy time. Not to just keep on harping on it, but I just really feel, man, it's 2020 and it just can't be like this any longer. It can't be like this. It just can't be like this any longer. And here's the thing. I deal with it on a different level, maybe than some people, because I've had, my kids are biracial. Um, and I tell people I've dealt with it on both sides. When you have biracial kids, okay, you deal with it on both sides. You deal with it on the black community, okay, and you deal with it in the white community. The black people hate on you because they say you ain't black enough. You with a person of the opposite race, so you ain't black enough. And then you get it from the other side is saying, well, we don't like you because there shouldn't be race mixing. So I was getting hatred from the black community when I lived in the hood, and when I went lived in a better type neighborhood, and not, it's not saying the hood was all black, but you get what I'm saying. I got it from the other side. So I've dealt with that for a large part of my life. My kids have dealt with it for the large part of their lives. You get what I'm saying? So it's been a hectic life for my family because we've dealt with racism from both sides. Okay. So, I can see every side of it, but racism hasn't really never been really in our family since I was young because when your father or your family is in the military, okay, when your family is in the military, you see everything. You don't just see one thing. I mean, I lived in Germany, I've lived in Japan, I've lived in Alaska, I've lived in Philippines. I mean, I've lived all over the country and the states. So I've seen it all. So there's really no way for me to, in my heart, to be racist because I've seen every race since I've been young. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's been crazy. But King Job, how do I do with that? Ah, man, it's even to this day it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's been crazy. It's been rough, and it gets frustrating at times because you still people still in that backwards state of mind. But you know what? I don't know. I just don't harp on it. You know what I'm saying? I just try to not to harp on it. And I just try to live and just show love. You know what I'm saying? I feel like um, love breaks all. You get what I'm saying? Um, love and I need to continue to get better, but love breaks all. When That's why they say have the peaceful protest, okay? Because at the end of the day, I don't agree with the looting and rioting, okay? And it ain't just blacks, it ain't white, it's everybody that was doing it. But I don't agree with that because it doesn't make anything better. It just makes things worse. Like if you're attacking the police or you're rioting, things of that nature, the police are going to dig their feet in the ground. They're going to have more pushback because you're attacking them. So they're going to come out and attack you again. You get what I'm saying? They're going to attack you. And I know it's hard to have a peaceful protest. I've seen the pictures back in the day. They're sitting in the, the, the restaurants, ketchup and things poured on them, and they were peaceful. But guess what? As hard as that was to see and watch in my own heart, it made waves. It changed things. When you continue to show somebody love, even when they hate you, it does change. I'm even getting emotional on this because it's real. This stuff has got to stop, folks. This stuff has got to stop. It's just sad that it's 2020, it's 2020, and we're still dealing with the same things. That's sad to me. It's sad that we're dealing with this. The police brutality has to stop, man. The hatred has to stop because it's not getting us anywhere but taking us further back. It's just taking us back, man. How are we going to continue to move forward when we keep on doing these same crazy things in 2020, man? It's 2020 and we're still dealing with this stuff, man. That's just wild to me. So I'm sorry I went on a little tangent. I apologize. I didn't mean to go that route. Um, I hope Zachary change is really coming. We've been talking about for a very long time. We've been talking about change for a very long time, man. And change needs to happen, man. I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of people seeing murder. I'm tired of seeing people killed. And I'm just tired of it. And like I said, all police aren't bad. I got my uncle is in the SWAT. I got friends who are officers. Um, it's just crazy, you know. It's happened to me. It's happened to people I've known. I've been racially profiled. I've been attacked by by police, And like I said, they're not. It's not all bad, but it's got to stop because we can't come together when you're senior. And they need to do programs like the police. To me, have to take more of the effort, in my opinion, because a lot of people have bad feelings toward the officers right now. So I really feel like the departments need to go in these neighborhoods. If I met a police officer, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know about y'all, but when you meet an officer, right? When you meet an officer who's a good officer, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel good inside, don't it? It makes you feel good inside whenever I meet a good officer. First thing I say is, see, y'all ain't all bad. That's the first thing I think because a lot of officers, I believe, I naturally have that feeling that they're bad or they're gonna do something wrong because of what I dealt with and what I've seen. So you have a natural worriedness. It's real. You know, when you get pulled over or something, it's real. When you are nervous, I be nervous. It's real. But when I see an officer be so nice to you, I'm like, see, they ain't all bad. It gives me to say, you know what, this can't happen. It can't work. So I just really feel like there needs to be more programs for the officers to get in these neighborhoods, um, whether they're the ghettos or the nice neighborhoods or whatever. The officers need to take a concerted effort to get out there and be with the people, kick it with the people, do programs with the people. When officers are involved in the neighborhoods, it changes everything. I just telling you, when there are officers in the neighborhood and they are good, you don't know how much better it feels all the way around. And that's just the truth, in my opinion. Like I said, I didn't mean to get emotional. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Sorry about that. But I just want to tell y'all, I love y'all. We got a great show coming up. Tomorrow we got Dana. I can't remember her last name. I apologize. Scott Walker posted. I'll be posting on my page. She's with DallasCowboy.com. She'll be on the show tomorrow. I believe I don't know exactly the time yet, but that's going to be a great show. Also, we also are still working on Patrick Creighton. We're just working on the times. We talked about it back and forth. So I'm just waiting on the hammer out the time. So we'll hopefully get that down next week. And we also got another special guest that's coming up, Brianna Britt. I don't know if you heard her. She's on Instagram. She has a Bigger and Better podcast. She's a deep Cowboys. Um, go check her Instagram. It's hot. But she's I think we're going to get her next week as well. And yes, there you go, Stephen Mack. Thank you. Um, Danny Surk, yes, she will be on tomorrow. KMT, why is my picture King Kong? Because I'm a gorilla. I'm a gorilla, dog. For real. And I'm a gorilla. You know, G unit. I'm a gorilla, big dog. And that's my attitude. Um, for real, that's why I got King Kong on there. That's my attitude. I got that type of attitude, that King Kong attitude, and that's why And when I seen his picture and I seen that face, it just reminds me of me. And I'm all on that King Kong. I'm a Godzilla guy. I'm a Godzilla. Uh, if we go back to the monster movies, I'm all Godzilla. I hated King Kong actually back in the day, because I was Godzilla. Godzilla was my dude. When I was a kid, I watched nothing but Godzilla, and when he fought King Kong, it would piss me off because King Kong would always be Godzilla, and I'm like, that's not true. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But King Kong shouldn't be beating Godzilla. Like, because Godzilla had the electricity shooting out of him. He could do all kind of moves, and King Kong just had the strength. You feel me? I just don't see how King Kong was beating my dog Godzilla. I'm just not feeling that, and I really don't like how they had King Kong beating him. But I am a gorilla for sure. But like I said, this was a great show today. Appreciate y'all rolling with me today. Sorry I got emotional, but you know it's real. This racism thing is real. And I hope we just continue to move forward to getting better. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate the love. Yeah, got to lose a piece. But I appreciate the love from everybody. I love you, KMT, Jim Laws, King Jop. Can I tell y'all I love y'all? I'm gonna say it even though I don't know you. I'm gonna tell you I love you, KMT, Jim. I love you, King Jop. I love you, Stevie Mac. I love you, Randy. I love you. Nicholas Mims, Charles Bridges, I love you. Stephen Roscoe, I love you. Cowboys D, I love you. Boothang, I love you. You know what I'm saying? We need to tell each other more. People scared to tell each other they love them. Frankie Frank, I love you. T Smooth TV, I love you. No more people. Zachary Nations, I love you. Flora Perrier, I love you. You know what I'm saying? More people got to start saying I love you in this world. Because when you start saying more loves, more hate goes away. So that's what I want to tell you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we're going to continue to make this thing great. Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation, the Law, the Late Night Hype, Law Nation, Skywalker Steel. Keep turning in. We're gonna have a fabulous show for you tomorrow with Dana. Brianna Britt, go check her out on her Instagram. She's gonna be coming up. We're also gonna be trying to sew down Patrick Creighton next week for your flavor, and we got some other people that we're pretty much just waiting on right now. We're waiting for the yes because we appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I love that. See, that's what you got to say. It's okay to say I love you back. It's crazy to me when you tell somebody you love them and they just be looking at it like, yeah, I, I feel you, bro. What's so hard to saying I love you back? Like that. It's okay. You can say it. Like I have no problem saying I love you to somebody. Like what the hell? It's okay. Well, then you might have to just be my little son, then, KMT. I appreciate you, big dog. My oldest son is 25. My youngest is 19. So there we go. But hey, man, this was a great show. Great enlightenment. Um, Ooh, Jim Law, you 59, big dog. Ooh, wait, let me give you salutes. Cause you a straight OG. I thought I was OG. You super OG, Jim. So I got mad salutes. You done seen it all. So big ups to you, big dog. But great show today, man. I had a good time. I really love you guys, and gosh, I had a good. This was a good show, man. Yeah, you're right about that, Stevie Mac. But just a great show today. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for our late night hype early. Tomorrow, probably gonna be early in the day. And like I said, we just keep on tuning in, man. This thing is gonna be fabulous. I'm just gonna tell you one more thing, man. This late night hype is about to be fabulous. We're taking this to a whole different level, y'all. We're taking Charlie Bridges. Oh, you like me, big dog? What up, what's up, Dallas Cowboy for life? What's up, Sid? Is that Sid? I feel you. Appreciate you, Frank. But y'all been made me lose my train of thought. I'll just be talking. Let me get off of here. I love y'all. More emojis are coming. I'm sorry I don't have more emojis. More emojis are coming for you guys so y'all can get the mix. So more emojis are coming for you. I'll make sure I have that. KMT, that jersey will be there soon. Um, any of my premier members want to jump on a live show with me, get in my inbox on my YouTube. Get in my inbox and jump on the show with me. I already had Texas Bread 83 on there. My dog, the Ninja, has already been on. So if you're a premium member and you're trying to get on the show and have your talk and everybody can see your face and you're a premium member, get up in there and holler at your boy, man. Oh, okay. Okay, this is good right here. I was about to get off here, but I'm about to. Big Cardis 17 says, "Hey, Big Game James. I'm a law enforcement officer. I chose that profession to help people. I'm a black man. I grew up in the hood. I love working with kids and showing the police are not bad." Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. That 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 you know how big that is? We need that. And you know what? We need more people, more minorities that maybe been in the hood or other surroundings because y'all can be the bridge. So that's huge. Big Carter 17, you can be the bridge, bro. Please, I got mad salutes to you, man, because you don't deal with the easy profession. You deal with a lot of chaos and craziness, and a lot of people don't understand that too. So my heart goes out to you, but much respect that you came on here and said that, because I got mad salutes to you. And please continue to. Hopefully, you're a sub to my channel. Continue to do your thing, big dog, because I respect that more than anything. Uh-huh. Yeah, I got you, Sid. We're gonna holler. I'm definitely coming down to Canada and hollering at you, big dog. But let me get off of here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Talk all day if I could. I know I would. But man, I just want to tell y'all I love y'all to the ends, man. And let's just keep on making this damn thing great. All right? Let's keep on making this thing great. Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, Law Nation, Skywalker Steel, the late night hype, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.